Good,
Allison,
good.
we're going to do our today's special one more time.
Excellent.
So come with me and I'll tell you a little bit more about some of the great items that are coming up this hour. In fact, we're going to be grilling indoors. How do we do that? We do it with Kitchen HQ. And with Kitchen HQ, you can grill indoors any day, any time of year, any season. It could be raining, it could be snowing, outside, but you're gonna be cooking indoors like a champ. And I'll tell you what, look at the sale price. $69.99. There's no smoke, there's no fumes, there's no gas, there's no propane tanks. You don't have to worry about charcoal. You don't have to worry about anything because you're getting an indoor grill where you get the seared marks, you get all the flavor, and you get to make it at home indoors. So maybe it's just one little burger or one little steak or a feast for the family. You're gonna love that Kitchen HQ indoor grill. My name's Sarah. Let's kick it off with our best value of the day. It's the only one this year. This is from Staub, French heritage cooking at its very best. We've got all the colors and we've got the best price anywhere. All right, who's ready for the Staub enamel cast iron oval cocotte with the cast iron lid? You're gonna bring the joy and the excellence of French cooking into your kitchen with this jaw-dropping cocotte from Staub. It cooks as good as it looks. It is very large. It's nearly 6 quarts. That's 20 cups. You can cook for a crowd, but this is cast iron. It is solid. It is thicker. It is heavier. It is beautifully finished with the high polished enameling that gives it the most beautiful non-stick surface. Easy to clean, but you're gonna slow cook, you're gonna bake, you're gonna saute, you're gonna sear, you're gonna fry, you can caramelize, you can brown, you can braise, you can warm your food, you can even deep fry. That's just a few of the amazing things that you can get home and do when you purchase a Staub. These are best in class. This is luxury. These are all handmade in France, one at a time. They're custom made just for you. We've got our best value of the day. No one else has this incredible buy, so come on and take a look at the colors. I want you to get yours tonight because I don't expect all 8 colors to last throughout the day. We have the beautiful gray. That's called graphite. We've got it for you in this beautiful green. We're calling this one basil. I love that green. Isn't that pretty for a kitchen? Cherry red, always very popular. That's called cherry. The dark blue, is that just not as gorgeous as a sapphire? Look at those beautiful glossy finishes. We also have it for you in the color we're calling grenadine. It's almost like a burgundy or sort of a dark sort of root beer color. Turquoise has been very popular and it's also very limited. This might be the first to sell out. I love the burnt orange. It just reminds me of an amazing, gorgeous pumpkin or maybe butternut squash soup. And then the white has been one of our #1 most popular, best-selling color choices. But what we're doing today from Staub is a very special and incredible value that you will only find here at HSN. Everywhere else, this is $399. Everywhere else, we have the best price in the market. We have the lowest price ever. And one day only, for one day and one day only here at HSN, you're saving 40% off or $160 off. We have FlexPay, we have free shipping, and we have Allison Scuddy who's here to tell us all about it and tell us about the reason why people love Staub. It is the choice of professionals, some of the finest chefs in the world, whether they're home chefs or they're cooking for a 5-star crowd, they use Staub and they love Staub.
You know what? You get what you pay for. That's all I have to say because this really, really works. This was co-invented by Paul Bocuse. He was probably the #1 French chef of the 20th century in France. This was developed in France, and a couple things that makes this so special. I'm gonna walk you through all of them, but I'm gonna start this bouillabaisse. I have my fish going. Now I'm gonna add in my sauce right here, and I'm going to add in mussels and shrimp. And then I'm gonna actually turn this down because everything's gonna cook really quickly because you have the even heat distribution. You have the heat that stays good, and that's what we love about cast iron. We love the way it heats evenly, and we love the way it retains the heat. What we don't love is that we had to babysit it, that it would stick, that it would dry food out. That's the problems that we had. So what Staub did is a couple things. First of all, let me show you these potatoes. Ow, that is hot. Let me take this off. Look, okay, here we have scalloped potatoes. Now, normally, if you were gonna bake scalloped potatoes or mashed potatoes or macaroni and cheese or anything like that in here, it would be a sticky mess that you would be soaking for the entire day. But I want you to see what happens here. When I take this out, you see how it's nice and clean on the bottom without me doing anything? That is because what Staub did, and this is brand new, is we made a matte black interior enamel with hills and valleys. Those hills and valleys lift the food off the bottom and keep it from becoming stuck on. That's, you know, that is something that makes it easy to cook. Not only does it go on every cooktop, including induction, but it's easy to clean. That's what we tried to do. They tried to make
impressive.
It all, you know, isn't that great? I mean,
it's so good. It's so creamy. And I love how you still get the crispy edges of the potatoes. You still get that little caramelized finish that just makes it so delicious. Let's talk about the lid. The lid is also what sets us apart from the competition. It's the only one of its kind because of the Staub design.
This is a patented design. What they did was they made it flat. Okay, first of all, if it's a dome lid, all the condensation runs around the edge of the food. Nothing goes on the food. So number one, they made it flat. Number two, they put inside self-basting spikes. And I want you to see these. When I lift up for the lid, I want you to see, here it is right here. You see those little nubs? All the condensation is gonna hit those, and then the condensation and the moisture is gonna rain down on the food. There just shows you a little illustration. So when it rains down on the food, that keeps everything nice and moist rather than drying out. But it also, because of the matte black interior, is gonna be able to brown. So that chicken is not gonna come out white. It's not gonna come out, you know, sticky looking. It's gonna be brown, just like you cooked it without a lid on at all. But you did, you had the lid on, so you were able to keep the moisture. Now take a look at this. We have in here 8 pounds of baby back ribs.
Wow.
I'm gonna, you know, look, I don't even need to.
It's a giant capacity.
It's a giant capacity, but here, look, I'm gonna pull this out. Oh. Here I got, I can't do it with these tongs, but I'm gonna take it over here.
Okay,
if
here
I can,
it goes.
Wait, if I can get it over here. I'm gonna put it
so tender.
So tender, but yet it's still brown and crispy. You don't have to then put it under a broiler.
Look at that.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
It's literally falling off the bone.
I mean,
and this is not hard to make, right?
No.
I think that's what I just was so impressed when I was learning about Staub. I'm just gonna have a bite of that.
Well, there's so
falling
many,
right off
there's
the
so
bone,
many foods
right
like
onto
this.
my fork. Funny how that happens, because that's what you want, right? You want your meat to be tender. You want it to be moist. And you want the moisture to go back into your food, not to dry out.
Right. And here's the thing. So what happens is you usually do a low and slow type of a cook. But a lot of times low and slow will mean tough and dry. But because of Staub's design, it's not tough and dry. You can see this. Look how moist this is. Look how tender this is. This is the kind of ribs that you pay big money for at the restaurant.
Right. This is why restaurants cook with Staub.
Exactly.
In fact, they also come with a limited lifetime warranty, by the way. This is the only Staub oval cocotte you will ever need, you will ever buy. You'll do it once, and you will be done for a lifetime, because you will literally use this for years and years to come. You'll treasure it like an heirloom. You'll pass it down with your estate to your children and your grandchildren. So with that limited lifetime warranty, they stand behind this incredible quality, and we stand behind the value. Best value of the day, only place you'll get it with $160 off the regular price. In fact, it's so easy to cook in, even I did it. We're gonna show you a reveal, then I'm gonna show you my reveal from my kitchen, because I never thought that, you know, an everyday cook like me could use Staub, but once you see how easy it is to use, here it is. I decided to make a recipe right off their website, the chicken pot pie. I simply chopped up some veggies, put the chicken stock, put the chicken in, gave a little snack to my dog. I let it simmer on the stove so the potatoes and veggies would get nice and tender. And then I layered it with some phyllo dough, which gives it this beautiful kind of rich, buttery, flaky crust. I popped it in the oven. Literally 20 minutes later, I had a chicken pot pie.
Look at that.
That is probably the most beautiful food I have ever cooked in my entire life. My husband actually witnessed this. He took his first bite and he said, that's probably the best thing you've ever made. That was a huge compliment. I've been cooking, or should I say, trying to cook for my husband for the last 20 years. In one day, I used this once. He said that was the best food he's ever tasted. So if I can cook with Staub, you can cook with Staub.
Yep.
I love the white. The white's already the best seller, but we're not gonna have these 8 colors throughout the day. So reserve yours now, because once you buy it, you'll own it and you'll treasure it for years to come. Look at how beautiful.
Look at this huge 5-pound chicken that's in here with a bunch of vegetables. Now, what about this could be a turkey breast? You know, your whole chicken, this could be stuffed. When the holidays come, you will love this, because another thing about the cast iron like this, it will retain the temperature. So when you put this on the table like this, because it goes oven to table, it could go cooktop to table, and it's gonna retain the heat, which means if somebody's coming back for seconds and thirds of that sweet potato casserole or the green bean casserole or the turkey or the chicken, it's still gonna be warm. You're not having to run back and forth to the kitchen. That's another reason why you will love cast iron.
The other thing, you don't have to put it in a separate dish, and that means you don't have to wash all the dishes that you had to use to make the dish, right? I went right from the stovetop, I put it in the oven, and then I served that pot pie. It was in one pan. In fact, the pot pie is still sitting in that one pan. I still haven't done any dishes, but everyone's been enjoying that at my house. So pick your favorite color, place your order, go online. We have FlexPay, we have free shipping, you're getting the lifetime warranty. So tell us about the warranty.
The warranty is lifetime, which means if it chips, if it cracks, if it discolors, if it does anything that you don't like, you just return it and they'll send you another one. You don't even have to explain yourself. Just send it to them and they will return it. And you know what, I like that because, you know, there's so many times if a company gives you a 1-year lifetime, guess what? It breaks 1 year and 1 day. And that's the way they design it. So if it says lifetime, they know you're going to enjoy this for a lifetime. And that's why people buy this to pass down to their kids, to pass down to their family members, because it's not going anywhere. It's a one and done.
What comes with the lifetime warranty these days?
I mean, look at that. That's
Can you think of many things?
Not many.
That come with a lifetime warranty? I can't think of anything I purchased recently. Even the biggest purchases we've ever made, a car, a house, they don't come with lifetime warranties.
No.
That is the most amazing beef bourguignon I think you've ever seen. Let's talk about the making of Staub cookware, because this isn't a class by itself. This is the epitome of luxury. These are not mass produced.
No.
They're made in France.
These are made in France in one factory, and they're made by artisans. What they do is they melt the iron, then they cast it in the mold, and then they break the mold. So each one is individually done. Then they're going to hand buff them, and to get off any kind of little burrs, any imperfection, they're gonna then base coat it, and then they're gonna do their color enameling. And the colors are so rich and so deep, it just makes a huge difference. And the coloring goes all the way on the lid, around the edge, on the bottom, all the way. These colors are perfectly enameled. And when they enamel these, they put them in to fire them 1400 degrees for 30 minutes, each coat. So it's not just like a spray it and you're done. You know, it's a whole process. And that's why Staub is Staub, and that's why they're world known, and that's why the best chefs in the world love it.
I was reading it takes like about a week to make them each, and then about 20 different people, 20 different artisans work through each of those steps one by one. I just got an update. Looks like the basil is also in the running for one of our most popular color choices. This is such a pretty green. By the way, this color is getting very popular in kitchens.
Yeah.
A lot of kitchen design. Green is always like a beautiful neutral, a gorgeous natural color. It's like a pine green. It's a beautiful, lush and verdant green. I mean, it just looks and feels like home. Are they thick? Are they heavy? Absolutely. You want the thickest, heaviest cast iron your money can buy. This is it. and it's still something you can carry from the oven to the table. Now, obviously this is cold, so I can touch it with my bare hands, but any other time it's on the stove or in the oven, you're gonna wanna use an oven mitt. But it's still something you can manage. So get it home today and see if this isn't everything you've always wanted. If you've always wanted French cookware, if you've always wanted that heritage brand, if you've always wanted that upgrade, the kind of cookware, this is the brand that you'll find at Sur La Table, at Williams and Sonoma. This is the brand that you'll find at the other high-end cookware stores. You will not find it at this price. You'll find it at $3.99. We have the best value, and it's 1 day only. We also are including free shipping, which isn't easy because this is heavy.
Yep.
And it's impressive. But you'll know the difference, you'll feel the difference, and you'll taste the difference with Staub. You just baked the most beautiful harvest loaf.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And well, did you put paper down first? What was your secret?
We put the parchment paper underneath, so then we can be sure to just lift it right up out of there. So even if the pot is still hot and you want the bread out, you can just use the parchment to lift it right up. But look how it's just perfectly brown all the way around. I mean, can you imagine having a soda bread or a rye bread or a sourdough bread that you've made yourself right in here? You know, so if you're wanting to do a large cake or a large cobbler or anything like that, you can bake in here, and you can see, because of the interior and the way it is like a little mini oven, it's actually gonna brown. It's not gonna just get, you know, white.
Is there anything better than like warm bread fresh out of the oven with some butter that just melts on top? Is there anything that just makes everyone in your family so very happy? Could you put like anything from a mix and just bake it in there?
Absolutely.
Just to make it easy?
Just get a cake mix.
You could put a cake mix, you could
cake
do
mix.
cinnamon rolls out of a can and pop them in there.
Yep, you could do cornbread, put some jalapenos on top. You could put chili underneath and pour the cornbread mix on top and have the chili with the cornbread.
Chicken and dumplings.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how our bouillabaisse is doing. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look great? You know, I love a good bouillabaisse. I mean, this is so delicious, the seafood, and everything is opened up. And everything is done, and I want you to just see this. This is so delicious. I mean, these are like meals that you get in the highest end restaurants. But because the whole thing is the even heating, you see how like the muscles are opened all the way around. Not some are not over here, some are over here. All of it is open all the way around. So
when I was cooking, my burner was not shaped like an oval. Most burners on most stoves. By the way, this is something you can cook on all stove tops, from electric to ceramic to glass to induction.
Yep.
I noticed my burner was not oval, but there wasn't an area of the pan that wasn't hot because of that even heating.
Yeah, because of the even heating. And that's one of the things I really like about it too, because nothing's gonna cook just from the bottom. It's gonna cook all the way around, so it actually just blankets the food. Because you know, one of the reasons, like if you're cooking a soup or you're cooking a stew, and you notice that around the edge here, you get like a burnt, it kind of burns on there. The reason is because the sides are cold and the bottom is hot. So it sticks. It sticks on the cold part. But when you are cooking all the way up and it's even heating, you don't get that. You see how this is completely clean? Plus, the way it's so deep, if you wanted to deep fry in here, this is perfect. I mean, because of the even heating, it's gonna fry.
Very, very busy today. I would love for you to consider making an investment. And we do realize that it is an investment, even at 40% off. But honestly, if you walked into one of those fancy cookware stores right now and you saw 40% off Staub, wouldn't you just be absolutely beside yourself? This is French made. This is handmade. This is a French heritage brand that goes back decades. They are known as being the best and the best. They're known for being top in their class. Once you buy one Staub, it's the last Staub that you will ever buy. You can add to it. We have some wonderful pans coming up. We've got the little cocottes, we've got bakeware, we've got the daily pan coming up, but this is the big one. This is the nearly 6-quart size that everywhere else is $3.99, 1 day only. And this is only as long as our quantities last, by the way. We have a special limited inventory with Staub today. Get it home, and you can save a bundle on not only FlexPay, which means you only pay one flexible payment, and we'll get it out to you right away. You've got the next 5 months to pay it off, but you're also saving about $16 on shipping and handling. So it's a good day to maybe start cooking in cast iron for the first time. It's not intimidating when you don't have to season it. You don't have to worry about oil. You don't have to worry about how do I scrub it? Do I have to soak it? Because it's so easy to clean up.
Absolutely, and that's the thing is like if you've ever wondered about it, you might as well start off with the best because you're gonna get the best results if you buy the best cookware. And that's what this is. It's absolutely the best. It's going to be easy to clean up. It's gonna work on any surface. You can put it under the broiler. You're not gonna do something and say, oh no, I messed this up. It can go anywhere at any time. And that's great. And then also, like, I mean, if you're like me, sometimes you have boilovers. And if you do have a boilover, you don't have to worry.
Look at that risotto.
Isn't that beautiful?
So creamy. You know what this actually does? It actually gives me more confidence to cook. I'll be the first to admit I'm not the greatest cook or chef. I usually don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen, but it was so easy to make that one dish today. I'm like, I could go back and I could look up lots of other recipes. You pop it in the oven and you're done. You don't have to do a lot of different pans. You don't have to do a lot of different steps.
And you want to try stuff like you could put little Cornish game hen in here, you know, for like if it was Valentine's Day. We have a corned beef cabbage down here for St. Patrick's Day. So many things.
Let me show that chicken again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just while you're getting ready.
I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful chicken.
You could do a whole roast. You could do a rack of ribs. You could do a 5-pound chicken. You could do hens. You can do really a giant mac and cheese, a soup, a stew. Remember, you're doing everything you want in this one pan, and it's so beautiful. You're gonna go right to the table and serve with it, and it's gonna keep it hot for the second and the third servings. And the difference is the lid. The lid is really, I think, the magic, because it never dries out.
It does not dry out. It's going to be self-basting. You don't have to baste it. It's going to do it. We made the lid flat, not dome. So it's going to drip. It's going to hit those little self-basting spikes, and all that moisture is going to drain, and it's going to drip, and it's going to self-baste the food that's inside. You do not have to open the lid. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to just go ahead, and it's going to baste the top of the food, which is where the food is. If it's a dome lid, it runs all the way around the outside of the food. What is the point of that? I mean, so really a lot of thought was put into the inventing of this by Francis Staub and Paul Bocuse almost 50 years ago. So these have been around, and remember, they're by the Zwilling Hinkle Company, which has been around 300 years. So if you're wondering, can I trust this company? Maybe you don't know Staub. Absolutely. I mean, they've been around. You're not around for 300 years for no reason.
It says made in France right there. And there you get all those braised dots. So that delivers the moisture back into your food. No one else does this with a solid cast iron lid. No one else does this with the flat lid that delivers all the moisture back into your food. Nothing gets dried out. Nothing gets overcooked. I just want you to pick your favorite color. We have it in the graphite, which is the gray. They're all beautifully coated with layer after layer after layer of enamel, so they're beautiful, they're glossy, they won't chip or crack or flake or break because it comes with a lifetime warranty. This is our new #1 color. Look at how gorgeous that is. You're gonna own this and treasure this day after day, year after year. You're only gonna buy one Staub and you'll own it for a lifetime. That's how impressive this is. So think about the wonderful value you're getting. Pick your favorite color, reserve it today. There's the cherry, always very popular with Staub. We have the dark blue, which is just absolutely divine. It's such a pretty blue color. If you love blue as your accent in the kitchen, it's like a French blue, it's like a Parisian blue. Down here, we've got it for you in the color. It's called grenadine. It's like a burgundy. It's like sort of a root beer color. Turquoise has been very popular. I do love this burnt orange. It's just unique, but it's warm, it's earthy. It's like that pumpkin spice color. And white is the one that I got home, and I just loved how bright and how clean and how fresh it looked in a modern kitchen. But what a wonderful time, because this is the kind of cooking we love to do for family and friends, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. And you know what? When you are cooking for family and friends, you want it to look good. You don't want to pull it out of an old metal pan that's all half beat up and rusted. I mean, this is the way you want to do. It's not scratched. It's not, you know, burnt. It's not stained. This is the type of cookware that you want to have not only the best results, but for the best presence. You know, a lot of times you eat with your eyes, and that includes serving. You want to serve just like our little mini coquettes that we had. I mean, they're so cute, and it just makes you want to enjoy the food more. I mean, look at these stuffed baked apples. That is a dessert, and it's so easy. I mean, it's, you know, it's the cranberries, the nuts, the brown sugar. It's so easy to put this into the apples and cook it. And again, because of the self-basting lid, they're moist and they're delicious. They're not wrinkled. They're not overcooked. They're still red even. I mean, that says a lot for the cookware.
It's exceptional craftsmanship, exceptional performance, and of course, it's a timeless beauty. It'll look as beautiful years from now as the day you buy it. I just don't want you to miss out. So if you're even thinking about getting Staub, place your order now, drop it in your cart, and then check out. Because if you don't check out, someone could take one of those most popular colors right up from under you. You always have 30 days to make your final decision. But if you would love to take advantage, we do this with FlexPay, interest-free monthly payments. We also offer the lowest price in the market. This is a $399 piece of cookware. Yes, it's premium. Yes, it's top of the line. Yes, it's best in class. It's the epitome of luxury. But I will tell you this, it's like the Cadillac of cookware. If you want the best and you just want to purchase one piece that you start your collection with, you can add to it because all these colors will be the same going forward. This is the most tender. What are we making here? What's this, a roast?
This is the pulled pork.
Wow.
You know, and this could be a pot roast. This could be a beef roast. It could be a rack of lamb or a leg of lamb. I mean, you know, Easter is coming up in April, the beginning of April. What a great way to cook your lamb in here. If you like duck or you like goose, wow. I mean, don't be afraid to try some new recipes, because with this, with the Staub, you're gonna have really good results. You know, a lot of times you see something in the book and you're like, it's never gonna turn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dry. And you know, you go out and you pick some of these cuts of meat, and they're expensive. So you're like, oh, I don't want to buy that meat. What if I mess it up? It's so expensive. Well, it's not gonna be. It's gonna come out perfect every single time. Look at that.
Isn't this amazing?
I mean,
that's like every strand literally like falls off the bone, falls off your fork, melts in your mouth. So moist, so delicious.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be a better cook and your food is gonna look better, it's gonna taste better because the moisture is going back into your food. Right now, if you're not cooking with cast iron, if you're not cooking with the flat lid, the moisture is going out of your food. The longer it cooks, you really can't mess this up, it feels like. It's kind of like goof-proof cooking, right?
It really is. And you know, I mean, my grandmother always cooked with cast iron, and she swore by her cast iron, but I saw what she had to go through with it. And it was like the whole seasoning thing. And then she would keep it in the oven, and I was always kind of like, is that clean? You know, it just kind of, I don't know, I didn't like it. But with this, it does come clean. And now I actually have owned some other brands before I had Staub. And the other thing about that was that everything stuck. I had to soak it overnight in the sink. It didn't work out for me.
Right.
Since Staub, I don't have to do anything. It just comes out perfect.
But the benefits of cast iron have been known for centuries, and that's why we keep going back to it. We've only made it better and better with the enameling. This is the best of the best of enameled cast iron cookware. And that's why you pay a little bit more, but we're thrilled that maybe for the first time ever, it's actually within reach. If you've always admired it, if you've always coveted, this is what they use in some of the top restaurants. This is what the best chefs in the world use. Let's show the chicken again. The chicken is very popular because a lot of times you just want to make, you know, chicken and vegetables and
or chicken and rice, or paella, or any of those things. I mean, this could be just chicken legs or chicken breasts in there with a can of soup. It doesn't have to be fancy. This is gonna cook it and make it better. I love the way it browns it, but then it also cooks it moist. So you're not overcooking it, because so many times if you're cooking in a pot, it comes out, you don't get any color. I mean, listen, I used to be a food stylist, and what people go through to make a chicken look good, they would brown it with different stuff. With this, you have to do nothing, literally. You put it in there, and then pull it out with the lid on so that all the veggies are still moist, the chicken is still moist, and yet it's brown.
Right,
I
so
mean,
you kind of get everything that you've always wanted.
You do.
And you're not doing hardly any dishes because you prep the food in it, you mix the food, you cook the food, and now you serve the food. So that is the white, but I will go through all the colors in our last minute here. Let's just remind everybody what we made, or is there anything you can't make? I should maybe ask.
We've got our breakfast strata, we've got our pulled pork, we've got our baked apples, we have our oven-baked risotto.
Hang on. The camera's coming. Oh, the risotto just turned out amazing. Yep. So creamy, and yet it still had that yummy texture. This bread was to die for. Crusty edges, moist, chewy, yummy insides.
A bouillabaisse. So any of your seafood dishes you can cook in just moments in here because of the way the heat distribution. Your beef bourguignon, which is like a beef stew. Oh, I didn't even open up, but we have a homemade chicken noodle soup going in here. Oh. So if it's for cold and flu season and you want to have something warm and hearty, super easy to do. How about your scalloped potatoes?
How about your ribs? Okay, quickly, here are the colors. We've got, right now, as long as our quantities last, 8 colors. We have the graphite gray. One of our best sellers has become the basil, the cherry red, the dark blue, the grenadine, the turquoise, that beautiful burnt orange, and the white. Do it right now. It's only one day that we're doing something so special. We're the lowest price anywhere in the market, and you can get it here right now. $160 off retail. With what you're saving, stick around, because we've got another Staub daily pan that will also add to your collection. All the colors match, so with FlexPay, get it home, see for yourself. A gift for Mother's Day. Maybe it's a gift for Easter Sunday. Maybe you'll be cooking for a wedding or an anniversary. Maybe you want to give this as a wedding or anniversary gift. They will be using their Staub cookware for decades. It comes with a lifetime warranty, so they stand behind their product, and you will have that beautiful oval cocotte for years and years to come. Imagine that. You just do it once. It's the only time you'll buy it. It's the last one you'll ever need. And then you can add to it with maybe our next item, which is also another incredible value. You'll only find it here at HSN. We're so proud to partner with Staub. We have what we're calling the Daily Pan, which is another great piece from Staub. The Daily Pan is available for you today, and we do have a sale price that will help you save about 60% off retail. You can call it a fry pan, you can call it sort of a wok style. It's made of cast iron. It has that nice sort of higher sloped side, so it really keeps the food in. It's about 10 inches in diameter, about 4 inches high on the side. It does come with the Cook and Look lid. You can do the cherry or the black color at $149, and for $169 you could do the dark blue, the graphite, or the grenadine. 60% off. This is normally a $400 pan. So explain why premium cookware does go for a premium out there at retail.
Well, I mean, you know, they're handmade. So that's one of the things. They're made in France, they're handmade, they're not just mass produced in a country I won't mention, but where stuff is subpar. It's made in France, where culinary is known to work. So the best chefs in the world live in France, study in France, and come up with better ways. The cast iron, we all love cast iron because of the way it heats evenly. It stays warm, but let's face it, stuff sticks. You have to season it. It just doesn't work out. Last night, I had a big old sirloin steak. And I thought, you know what? If this thing doesn't stick, I'm gonna be shocked. So what I did was I put it in there. I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah.
I put that in there, and I was able to just turn it right over and cooked the whole steak without it sticking to the bottom because of the hills and valleys. The matte black interior with the hills and valleys makes everything non-stick. You saw me with these pork chops at the very beginning. They were able to lift straight off of there. I didn't have to worry about them, look.
Wow.
They release. See how that released?
And then look at the searing, the browning.
Exactly.
Getting that nice, crispy, gorgeous edge.
So we can add our cream to this. Then we can put our lid on. Now, these are oven safe to 500 degrees with the lid. So that's amazing too, because that's gonna be able to keep all the moisture inside. So if you're wanting to bake a cobbler or anything like that, you're gonna be able to do that. You got the red one.
I do have the red. We do have all the colors available, but think about the wonderful, amazing value. This is not something you can get at retail for anything near this price. With the flex pay, with the free shipping, this is like certainly that pan you'll use every meal, every day, right? From your eggs in the morning to a dessert at night.
And I think that it's the perfect pan for families of between 2 and 4. You know, it's not too big. It's not gonna be like a big cumbersome pan that you have to pull out, but it's gonna be big enough. It's deep enough so it's not gonna splatter. And the other thing I really like about this is, yes, it is 10 inches across at the top, but the bottom's only 7 inches. So it's gonna sit even on your smaller burners. And to me, that's a big feature because, you know, we don't all, you know, when you're cooking, you only have one big burner. So if you're cooking the pasta, on the big burner,
right?
You know, how are you going
to fit your other pans? Yeah, look at the bottom. It's sort of sloped edges.
Yeah.
I'll show you the profile so you can really see how beautifully made this is. Again, it's solid cast iron. These are heavy. These are impressive, but easy to handle because there's a handle on one side, the longer handle on this side. There's the bottom. Look at how nice and high the edges come. You've got that beautiful, gorgeous cook and look lid so you can see what's happening on the inside. If you do want the black, it is one of the most limited colors. We're already going to say last call on black. Both the black and the cherry are at $149, and you can do the dark blue, the graphite, or the grenadine, which is that kind of nice, beautiful burgundy color, for just a few dollars more. But again, you don't burn the food, and the food never gets dried out.
That's right. I mean, and that's one of the things, because it's going to stay with the even heat. Then you put the lid on. I mean, you can bake this salmon in the oven, and it turns out perfect. Or you can cook it right on the stovetop. And here, what I have is I've got a cobbler. So let me go over here, get this cherry cobbler. Oh, the other thing I really like about this too is the handle itself is long. It's over 5 inches long, so you have plenty of room to grab it, and you have a helper handle. Because don't forget, these are a little bit heavy because they need to be able to cook evenly and cook perfectly. Look at this.
Okay,
cherry
that is
cobbler.
So beautiful.
Are you kidding me with this?
Wow.
Look at that. Buy the cherry pie filling, put it in here. You know, the other thing.
This will impress your friends.
Yes, it will.
If you check out my video, it's on Sarah Anderson HSN. You can see it on Instagram. You can see it on Facebook. If I can make food this beautiful, you can make food this beautiful. I have no skills. I have no training. I have no experience in the kitchen, but the fact that you can cook with Staub and get such beautiful results, this is such a great value. I don't know this is going to last very long. I don't mean the cobbler, I mean the pan. Cobbler's definitely not gonna last very long, but pick it up today. This is a $400 pan every day. We took 60% off. Allison, such an amazing buy. They could do the Today Special, and they could do this pan for less than the price of one at retail.
I know. And I mean, I have spent that much on just fry pans that were, now I'm just kicking myself.
Oh my God.
Because this is so much better because you're gonna have it forever.
So good. You have any whipped cream with this?
I don't. I don't have any whipped cream.
It's on the other side. Next time. All right, Allison, great to see you. Thank you so much.
See you too, Zach.
Congratulations on all your amazing Staub presentations. And I'm so happy for all of you at home. You're getting Staub. You're going to love Staub. And you'll never go another day, another year without it because they are for a lifetime. They all come with the lifetime warranty. They all come with FlexPay. They all come with the free shipping. And we have the best prices anywhere. So you don't need to go to those other high-end kitchen stores. You can get it all here today on HSN. It is Apple Month here at HSN. And if you want to check out all of our great Apple products, check them out online. I'm an Apple fan, and if you need any accessories, or you need an iPad, or you need a MacBook, or you maybe just need some new AirPods, check out all the great values online. A limited time only. But when we come back, I've got a can opener that's going to rock your world, and it's going to be less than $15. How are we going to do that? You're going to have to wait and see with Kitchen HQ.
Welcome back to the HSN pregame show. What do you got, Tina?
Well, Ty, we're doing it again. We won't have just one, but more than 10 Today specials all day on the Big Game Sunday.
High performance deals from DG2, Beekman, and Bissell.
And let's not forget division champions Colleen Lopez, Iman, and Origami.
For more on this, we go to Sarah.
It's going to be a blitz of savings from Dr. Nassif Phillips and Ninja on the field. Back to you, Ty.
It's your chance to score during today's Super Special Sunday. Previews tomorrow at 10 p.m.
Don't miss it.
Hey ladies, it's Marlo and Debbie D. Join us for the HSN Valentine's Day Special, Monday at 8 p.m., only on HSN.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search Gemstone Care to see our gemstone enhancement chart. The HSN deal is a great value that we bring to you every day. Thanks to our long and valued partnerships with the brands you love most, we are able to offer amazing products at great values. Shop the HSN deal with confidence from us to you.
What I love about Black History Month is that it allows us all to be able to celebrate the infinite contributions of Black and Caribbean Americans.
Well, if there's one thing we do every single day, maybe several times a day, it's open a lot of cans. And if you're doing it the old-fashioned way, Shahir, you're probably using a lot of elbow grease and you're probably ending up with a lot of sharp edges. There's a better way, and it's from Kitchen HQ. Welcome in. My name is Sarah. We're here with Chef Shahir Massoud. He is an expert when it comes to all this great kitchen stuff. He's worked with some of the top restaurants. He's an incredible chef and giving you a chance to get in on a great value, lowest price ever on the Kitchen HQ can opener. It's now $15.95. Well, you own restaurants, you write cookbooks, and what do you have to do in all of those jobs? You gotta open cans.
You gotta open cans.
Gotta open
this
cans
is
of
a
food.
must in every kitchen. Sarah, I rudely started my can opener trick, but I want to check this, show you this, because every kitchen has cans that need to be opened. And look at how easy that is. It's called the One Touch Kitchen HQ can opener. You can see that I just pressed the button, it went all the way around the can, and then the magnet on top lifts the lid right off. No sharp edges, and it doesn't go into the food. I brought an old school can opener. This is what I'm sure people have in their drawer. It's rusty, it's kind of gross because it goes into the food. The Kitchen HQ version goes around the can. No sharp edges, and you're not wrestling to find that groove. You don't do anything. You press the button, it goes around, and the lid comes right off. Gotta make sure it goes all the way around, and there you go. There's the magnet, and there's the lid. Isn't this amazing?
Okay, show that to everyone one more time, because we missed that. There's a magnet.
There's a magnet right here. There's the lid. So when it goes all the way around, it sticks to the lid, and off it comes. So you're not wrestling with it. You know, with the old school can openers where you kind of find the edge, you kind of get the twist off, it's sharp, there's no sharp edge, and it's not going in the food.
That's the worst, when you have to kind of like try to pull it out. Because the can opener goes inside the edge, and then you're trying to pull it out with a knife, and then you're trying to touch it, and then those sharp edges go in your kitchen trash bag, and then they kind of can rip your trash bag, and then you're leaving trash everywhere you go.
And again, it gets into your food, gets rusty. It's literally one touch, comes with the batteries, so you don't worry about going out running to get batteries. And I want to emphasize something, Sarah. Small cans, medium cans. I'll do a large can of tomatoes again. Any size can will do the trick. Your tuna, your pet food, your canned beans, canned soups. I mean, it's something we kind of take for granted. But almost every day you find yourself
every day I'm opening a can,
right? I used to have this old school one, and every time I used it, I swore to myself, this will be the last time. I wrestle with it and it's rusty. So if you're like me and you had one of those old ones, this is the time to kind of upgrade and go one touch.
Wow, and by the way, it comes with the batteries. I mean,
Comes
think
with the
about that. I
batteries.
mean, you would spend a few dollars just on the AA batteries. So think about what you're getting, the can opener home.
Yep.
I don't think it's ever been $15.95. I did my homework, but I could not find any other presentation that was $15.95. We do have some great color choices for you. They all work the same,
They're
but
great.
if you want to match your kitchen, you can. We have the white, we have it in red, we have it in this color we're calling rose, and then teal, and then black. Maybe just pick one up for a friend at this great price.
This was, when I started here at Kitchen HQ, this was the first thing my mom called and said, I need that can opener. I was like, Mom, I got you.
Who doesn't need this
I
can
got you,
opener?
because my mom lived this can opener life for many years.
Yes.
And she saw this and said, no, 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 no. So especially if you have dexterity issues, if you have a hard time with the twisty,
Yeah.
this is the can opener for you. If you have someone like that in your life, this is the can opener for them. Again, all you do, you put it on, one touch, and it will go around the world and open that can. You're not fighting with it, you're not wrestling. And again, Sarah, any size, a small tomato paste, a medium size, a big can of tomatoes. It will do the same thing the same way. One button goes around the world, and again, batteries
It's like
included.
having a little robot in your kitchen.
It's a miniature robot.
Right? It's doing the work for you.
But again, now it's super smart because, Sarah, if you'll notice, it's going around the can. The old school ones go into the food, and that's why they rust, because they're touching acidic tomatoes, they're getting into the food. It goes around the can so there's no sharp edge, everything is smooth.
Okay.
Can you see this? I want to show with no fear.
Okay, we're gonna get this shot. Hang on for just a moment. He's can you guys show his hand here for a second? There we go. Okay,
So
that is the edge of the...
that's the edge of the can.
Wow.
Super smooth, not sharp at all.
So this is great, like if the kids are helping you in the
Absolutely.
kitchen, or if you're asking the kids to
Yep.
feed the dog, or make their tuna sandwiches when they get home from school.
And you just lift it up and look at the magnet, how it sticks to the lid. So if ever you've wrestled with a can lid and you've ripped off that sharp edge, you've cut your hand, I mean, that will never happen again.
All right,
Isn't that
black,
great?
teal, rose, red, white. You can't go wrong. Lowest price ever, $15.95. That's the award-winning Kitchen HQ brand, and you won't find it anywhere else but right here at HSN. We're gonna walk this way, and we're gonna talk about a smokeless grill. But if you wanna save $10 off, you can do it when you apply today and buy today on the HSN credit card. You might want to apply it to this next item because now you can grill indoors anytime without gas, without fumes, without a flame, without a fire. You don't have to worry about rain, sleet, or snow. Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Just today, I was talking with my husband about what we're gonna do for the big game, and he says, oh, we'll just grill. And I said, but have you checked the weather?
Yes.
I don't want you coming in and out, down to the grill, and then back up to the apartment if it's inclement weather. But now you can have burgers, you can have steaks, you can have your brats, you can have your dogs. You could be grilling indoors anytime with the benefit of a smokeless indoor grill. It is on sale today. It's $30 off. It's on FlexPay. And if you buy just one more item, you'll get free shipping because it is a $75 free shipping zone. So any total order of $75 or more, you'll enjoy free shipping. But this is the way to grill. You don't have to go outside and get the propane tanks or the charcoal.
No propane, no charcoal, and this is about indoor grilling, Sarah, year-round, and it's smokeless. Here's what I mean. First of all, look at the burgers and the color of that Maillard reaction, that real char. You would think this was from an outdoor grill. However, if I did this indoors without the smokeless feature, everything smells like food, your fire alarm's going off. So Kitchen HQ, we made up this button with the fan, and I pressed the fan. Now guys, can you get this shot up against my apron? I want you to get up against my apron, you see all the smoke, and if I press fan, it goes into the side of the unit. So all the smoke sucks into the side. Now it's totally smokeless. So it's about convenience, but it's also about keeping the odors out of your home, not setting off the fire alarm, and year-round grilling. Sarah, you talked about weather. You talked about propane, charcoal. Sometimes I just want to grill 4 burgers. Sometimes I just want to grill 2 steaks, and I don't want to go all the way outside.
Maybe you're cooking for 1 or 2. I mean, a lot of us you know, you just have a couple of you in your household, or maybe just the kids.
So
some people want cheese, some people
want
plain.
cheese, some people want plain. My kids want no cheese. It also comes with the lid, which I love. So I'm gonna pop on the lid.
Okay.
Obviously that cheese is gonna melt, but what the lid does, it actually kind of turns it into an oven. You've got all these different temperatures from as low as 200 all the way up to 450. So let's say I had a chicken breast in here. I could sear it, turn it over, put the lid on, and now basically it's a functioning little oven. So think about your
and
side.
all you do is plug it in.
All you do is
plug it in. You don't even actually need a kitchen.
You could use this for
outlet,
grilling.
right?
You could use it for your side dishes. You could use it holiday season when your oven is spoken for. It's a year-round, you know, sous chef.
All
in
right,
your
and
kitchen.
if you've got a power source, you could take it camping or tailgating.
Absolutely, and it's perfect.
Again, outdoors in the backyard, or
grill your fruits, grill your store-bought pound cake to kind of upcycle a dessert. Anything you can grill outdoors, you can now grill indoors without that smoke stinking up the house.
Do you still get the flavor?
You get all the flavor. So this is an aluminum grill. By the way, dishwasher safe as well. So cleanup is a breeze. It's got a non-stick coating, so you don't have to worry about that. But I want you to think about your proteins, your side dishes, your quesadillas. I do my simple grilled cheeses on here. Couple steaks. And again, that lid is really, really helpful because once you pop it on, cheese is gonna melt. Things are gonna finish cooking. It basically, like I said, captures the heat and turns into an oven. As low as 200, all the way up to 450.
Because a burger on the stove is not the same as a burger on the grill, right? A steak in the oven is not the same as a steak on a grill. You want those grill marks. Can you get grill marks?
Check it out. I got my sausages here. Look at these. So again, I want you to look at this color, Sarah. This you can't cheat. This is, again...
You can't get that in the microwave.
You're not, well, I hope not. If you're microwaving burgers and sausages for me at the big game, I'm out of there. We're ordering in. This is, you know, I'm gonna use a culinary fancy term here, the Maillard reaction. That's the caramelization of proteins. You could do it with your veg, you could do it with your pound cake, you could do it with your fruits. This you cannot cheat. If I brought this in and told you it came from my outdoor charcoal grill, you would believe it. So we wanted to get the convenience of year-round grilling without worrying about propane, charcoal, and smoke. So look, if I turn off that fan function again, I really want to show you this. All that smoke is going to come on up. And, you know, before the smokeless grill, whenever I had a dinner party, I was the king of triggering off the fire alarm. Because I want to grill on high. Right. I want that Maillard reaction, that caramelization. The fire alarm would go off, people's sweaters would start smelling like sausages. So then we created this button at Kitchen HQ. It sucks all that smoke into the side of the unit. You have nothing to worry about.
That's amazing. So I'm standing right next to you. There's no like kind of weird fumes. I don't see a flame. I don't see a fire. You know, everything is very contained. And this is great because a lot of us, I don't have room for a grill. You know, maybe you live in an apartment like I do. You get one little patio. Oh, and by the way, there's so many rules in these, you know, buildings, whether it's a condo, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a rental. You might not be able to have a grill outside, or there might be rules like, oh, the patios are too small, or you have to, you know, maybe share one. This is your personal grill. If you live in a place where you have to share grills, like my apartment building, it's not that convenient to share a grill, and someone may be down there using the grill when you want to use the grill. Now you don't even have to leave the house.
Not just that. If climate is an issue, we were just talking, where I live, it's freezing. I'm only grilling, you know, outdoors 3 months a year, 4 months a year tops, right? Sometimes I want that grilled flavor. I want that char on my burger. I'm gonna do it indoors, and I'm gonna do it without stinking up the house, without triggering my fire alarm. I also want to show you the capacity. I've got two pounds of chicken here. So you can do 4, 6 burgers, you could do 2 giant steaks, you could do 2 pounds of chicken wings and really get that grilled flavor without the smoke.
You could like bring this to a party or something. Wouldn't that be fun? Like maybe you're having a meeting, or you're having an event, or you're just having, you know, the kids' soccer team over. It's $30 off today. By the way, you can't pick your color, black or red, but if you've always loved grilling food, or you know the kids love grilled food, or maybe you're just trying to eat more vegetables. Don't vegetables always taste better on the grill?
I'll show you. I got some asparagus steaks over there. Grill your veg, grill your proteins. Again, even grill your fruits. A great way to introduce flavor. Sarah, over here I've got some asparagus. By the way, an outdoor grill, all that asparagus would what? Fall through the cracks, right? Grill indoors. Look at the steak grill marks, Sarah.
Ooh. I mean, you can
That is what I'm talking about.
Sizzle? Can you
That
hear
is what I'm talking about.
the sizzle? And there's nothing like grilled asparagus. You get those grill marks.
Grilled
it's
zucchini,
crispy
grilled
on the
onions.
outside.
Whenever I grill outdoors, half of it goes through the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through the grill. So indoor grilling is about convenience. It's about year-round. It's about not worrying about charcoal, propane, and also it's about not worrying about smoking out your house. So that fan is super smart. When you turn on that fan button and you see it light up, all that smoke goes into the side of the smokeless grill. You don't have to worry
That's
about...
so cool. It's like so self-contained. So you don't have that lingering odor. I would love for you to pick this up today, but I don't want you to miss out. I can't remember. It's been ages since we've had this on air, but right now it is here. It's on sale. It's $30 off. It's on FlexPay. You got the next 4 months to pay this off. You buy one other item, maybe pick up some of our Staub cookware today. Maybe I think you'll actually make the $75 threshold if you grab the can opener. And that was about $16. So if you add the can opener, you get free shipping on both. So it's a really great time to think about how are you cooking right now and what would your family love to eat? I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't love grilling. I mean, that's where we celebrate some of our favorite, you know, holidays, right? We grill.
We grill because all those examples I showed, the steak, the asparagus, the burgers, had that caramelization. That caramelization that you can't really get any other way. So the fact that we were able to do it indoors without smoke was incredible. Here I've got my melted cheese burgers. This is what I want on game day. That's for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's for my wife. These two are for my kids.
And
no
isn't
cheese,
it better
Dad.
to cook at home than to do a takeout or a restaurant meal?
Well, especially today where everything is kind of getting expensive. I want people to be cooking at home. You're saving money, you're eating healthier, there's no preservatives, but also you're doing it year-round. This is about year-round grilling. Again, the smokeless feature, not smoking out your house. And I want to emphasize the lid because the lid does two things. One, it will turn this into a miniature oven. I could finish cooking chicken breasts in there. I could finish cooking anything in there. But also what it does, Sarah, you mentioned bringing this to like a potluck.
Yeah.
Look at the range of temperatures. You go as low as 200, all the way up to 250, 300, 350, 450. So let's say I brought something to a potluck. I just want to keep it warm. You could put it on 200, put the lid on, and now I'm keeping a side dish warm.
Is it easy to clean?
Super easy to clean. It's a non-stick coated aluminum. So the aluminum is great because it gets hot and you get that Maillard reaction, that char that we showed on the steaks and on the burgers. But then you could pop that into the dishwasher and the non-stick coating will basically take care of it for you.
Okay, we're busy. If you want this black or red, I don't know that there's another presentation today, so I would love for you to add this to your order. And check out now. You always have 30 days to give it, you know, a true kind of test drive. But, I mean, there's so many foods you can cook on a grill that taste better grilled.
You know what I use this for as well? So whenever I talk about stuff like this, I want to, you know, tell people this belongs on your counter. This belongs on your counter. I even reheat pizza on this. I'll reheat leftovers on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right? So instead of zapping it in a microwave where something's gonna get soggy and kind of wet, throw your pizza on there, put the lid on, boom. Leftovers now actually taste really great. They get crispy and delicious.
And think about it. Sometimes you can't make everybody happy. Someone wants one burger. Someone else wants a chicken. Someone else wants the veggie burger. Someone else wants a turkey burger. Instead of running up and down or back and forth or in and out to the grill, that's maybe outdoors. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe it's too cold. Maybe it's rainy. Maybe it's dark. Maybe you live at home alone. Even if you live alone or with just one or two other people, there's no reason why you couldn't have a grilled steak every single night.
Absolutely, and you don't have to go out with the charcoal and the propane. Now, Sarah, my 2 pounds of wings are going, and they're getting nice and smoky. The reason why they're getting smoky, I had my fan turned off, and I really want to show off this feature. So, guys, if you can get the shot up against my apron, I just want you to see up against how much smoke is coming off. If I press the fan button, that smoke will disappear in about a second because it gets sucked into the side of the grill. So if ever you've been cooking indoors on nice high heat and you trigger the fire alarm or you feel your clothes smell for the next 3 days. My wife used to give me such a hard time about her, you know, cashmere sweater smelling like a steakhouse. You need a smokeless grill because you press that button, all those
It's such a great idea. I mean, I think everybody should have one. I hope that if you're loving it, you're placing your order. Red or black, they both work the same, but they're both amazing. I love that it comes with a fan. So you don't have to worry about everything else that you have to worry about with the grill. Even if you have a great grill outside, how many times have you gone out there and be like, yeah, we're grilling and chilling today, and you're like, oh, we're out of propane. And then someone's got to drop everything. Someone's got to, like, you know, make that run to the nearest gas station and refill and exchange the tanks, or maybe you're out of charcoal.
The worst.
And then how long does it take charcoal to get ready?
And it's a pain.
I can
and
never
that's
wait
not
that
a year-round.
long.
I mean, let's
I'm
be
hungry.
practical. It's not a year-round thing. So if you want convenience, if you want to sometimes just grill on a weeknight, couple steaks, or like me, if you live in a cold weather climate, I'm not going out to the snow to grill. I'm just not doing it. This is about year-round, and it's about smokeless. I really love to show that demo up against my apron because everyone can relate to that. Everyone's had a moment where their clothes really smell, where the fire alarm goes off. That smokeless function, when you turn on the fan, having that smoke suck into the side of the machine makes it completely convenient every single day.
So this isn't like kind of outdoors, or you can do this on your deck or patio. You can if you have an outlet, but this is like real indoor cooking. Like put this on your kitchen counter, put this on your kitchen island. You know, it's fun for kids, fun for the whole family. Everyone can grill whatever they want to grill. Maybe someone is eating vegetarian. They can grill all their veggies. Maybe someone else likes shrimp kebab. Maybe someone else likes to make a quesadilla. Maybe someone else wants to reheat their pizza. This is like something I think you'll live with. You'll love it. And you'll get it here today. If you're quick, it's $30 off. Shahir, thank you so much.
Good to see you.
I know, good to see you.
I'm hungry now.
I know. Now you've whetted our appetite. I hope you love our kitchen shows as much as we did. Take care. Tuesday night, it's a 3-hour extravaganza of What a Girl Wants. I'll see you then.